All right, viewers, tragedy struck the Bikaner-Guwahati Express. We are getting in news that the train derailed near Jalpaiguri in West Bengal. What we are getting to understand right now, 3 people have died and 20 have been injured after the Bikaner-Guwahati Express carrying 1,200 passengers on board derailed in Bengal. The train going from Patna to Guwahati derailed at around 5:15 p.m. near Mainaguri. 2 NDRF team comprising of 100 personnel have been rushed to the spot. Gas cutters have been used to rescue trapped passengers. The injured have been admitted to nearby hospitals. The Railways has ordered a high-level inquiry into the mishap. The Prime Minister, meanwhile, has spoken to the West Bengal Chief Minister, Mamata Banerjee, taking stock of the rescue operations and asking her if any help was needed at all. The death toll is set to rise, is what we are getting to understand. 3 have died till now, many have been pulled out, but rescue operations still on a war footing.
S12 में था, उधर अचानक झटका लगा और बाकी उल्टी हो गया।
हाँ, ये ट्रेन कौन सा ट्रेन था?
ये गुवाहाटी एक्सप्रेस है।
कहाँ से कहाँ जाना था?
हमको जाना था ना, न्यू जलपाईगुड़ी से बोंगाई को जाना था।
हाँ, तो कैजुअलिटी
तो 2-4 डब्बा पूरा बुरी तरह से कैजुअलिटी हुआ है।
हाँ।
2-4 डब्बा, पीछे वाला डब्बा, आगे में भी 1-2 डब्बा।
क्यों हुआ ये?
ओवर स्पीड होगा।
एक्सीडेंट जो है, हम S1 में थे, हमारा डिब्बा तो बच गया है। बाकी अचानक जब हम धक्का लगा तब हम देखे हल्ला मच गया है, भागा दौड़ी हो गया है। तो नीचे उतर के देखा तो आगे का सारा डिब्बा 10 डिब्बा गिरा हुआ था और बाकी हालत खराब था, आदमी गिरा पड़ा था।
एकदम रियल टाइम पे अपडेट हो रहा है और तुरंत अभी हम मीडिया के सारे ग्रुप्स में ये सूचना तुरंत देने वाले हैं कि कितना वहां से साइट से रिपोर्ट आते ही तुरंत डाल देंगे कि कितने हताहत हुए हैं और कितने घायल हुए हैं इसके बारे में। तो बोगियां पलटी हैं और इसमें कमिश्नर रेलवे सेफ्टी के द्वारा जांच के आदेश दिए गए हैं। तो जांच के बाद ही पता चल पाएगा क्या कारण था, बट ये हम कह सकते हैं कि इसमें एक दुर्घटना का काफी गंभीर रूप है और इसके कारणों पे भी तुरंत जांच की जाएगी।
We're going to continue to get in all the reactions that are filtering in right now. 3 are dead in this mishap is what we have been given to understand. I want to cut across to our reporters to get our viewers the very latest. Indrajit Kundu is joining me right now from West Bengal to get us a larger understanding on the tragedy that has taken place. I'm also going to cut across to my colleague Milan. What is the Railway Ministry doing? The Prime Minister, in fact, has spoken to the West Bengal Chief Minister, extending help, asking on the rescue operations that are right now underway. Indrajit, would you take us through the tragedy? What exactly happened and what is the current status? What we are given to understand is that rescue operations are afoot, but sadly, the fatalities might rise.
Well, that's right, Preeti. Very unfortunate accident taking place right at the beginning of this new year. And even as I speak right now, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has just issued a statement on this tragic accident. Let me just show my viewers. This is the tweet that has come in from Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, where she says, deeply concerned to hear about the tragic accident of the Bikaner-Guwahati Express in Mainaguri. Senior officers of the state government, DM, SP and IG of North Bengal are supervising the rescue and relief operations. Those injured will receive medical attention as early as possible, is what Mamata Banerjee has just now tweeted. We know that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has in fact inquired about the passengers from Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. We have confirmation of 3 deaths so far from the district administration of Jalpaiguri, and there are about 15 passengers who are injured, who have been moved to the nearest hospital, nearest government medical facility, which is in Mainaguri. Now, this incident, of course, Preeti, took place in between Domohani and Mainaguri railway station is what we know. The train was en route to Mainaguri railway station when this incident took place, and Initially, when this incident took place at about 5:15, the light was falling and it's pitch dark right now. So it's difficult to carry out the rescue and relief operations. 2 NDRF teams have been rushed to the location. We are told, apart from the entire state machinery, the West Bengal Fire Services Department, the local police officers who have moved there. In fact, it was the locals, the police officials there who actually started the rescue operation. And they are moving the injured passengers from the bogies, the mangled bogies of this train to the nearby hospital. What is evident from the visuals is that it was quite a big impact, and we are given to understand that 12 bogies from right behind the engine of this ill-fated train is what has been affected by this derailment. In fact, some of the bogies look intact. They're still on the rail tracks, but there are other bogies which have toppled, and we can see clearly from the visuals that some of the bogies are on top of each other, which might make it very difficult for rescue operations to be conducted in the dead pitch darkness of the night. So it's going to be a difficult rescue and relief operation. However, multiple West Bengal state government and central agencies have moved in on an emergency basis. In fact, all those people who are injured are being moved to the nearest hospital at Moinaguri. Those who are severely injured may be now taken to the Jalpaiguri Medical College Hospital, which is the district hospital in Jalpaiguri, and those who need enhanced medical facility may be shifted to the North Bengal Medical College in Siliguri. Now, we are told that all these hospitals have been put on emergency right now in order to deal with injured passengers who are being swiftly moved from the location of the accident to these hospitals right now. Preeti.
You know, Indrajit, we're going to continue to give our viewers the latest. We're also going to give our viewers the helpline numbers, which, if your loved one is on board, that they can contact. For the benefit of our viewers, do we have a clarity on which are the bogies that are affected right now, Indru?
Well, Preeti, I don't have the bogie numbers right now, but what I'm being told, of course, is that around 10 to 12 bogies right behind the engine van of this train has derailed and they have suffered. So these are the bogies. Where those passengers who might have been injured. The CPRO told us that about 308 passengers had boarded the train from Bikaner. We don't exactly have the number or the total number of passengers on this train. The number may vary between 1,000 and 1,050. So it's a big tragedy that has befallen on the state of West Bengal right in the new year. The train was on its way from Bikaner to, of course, Guwahati is what we are given to understand. This is North Bengal, and all officials, West Bengal government officials, the DMs and SPs of all the 4 North Bengal districts, Darjeeling, Jalpaiguri, Alipurduar and Kuch Bihar, they have been moved for emergency service by the state of West Bengal right now.
Appreciate you joining us, Indru. We're going to continue to get back to you. My colleague Indrajit collating all the information. We are not giving out bogie numbers right now because there is little clarity on what are the bogies that have been affected. We're going to keep giving out the latest. The railway minister has also spoken to the chief minister of West Bengal, so has the prime minister. All right, viewers, as we continue to get you the latest on the tragedy that has taken place on board the Bikaner Guwahati Express Crust India today, to get you the latest, we're going to be giving you the helpline number as well that you could call. But I want to quickly now shift focus to the next bit of news break that's filtering in. All right, viewers, the latest news coming in is a comment which has been made by the Chief Minister of Punjab directly to the Prime Minister. This interlude has happened after what went down, where the Prime Minister's security came into play when he was on a visit on a rally to Punjab. And today, Channi, the Punjab Chief Minister, Charanjit Channi, expressed regret about the security breach in the virtual meet with the Prime Minister. He was attending the virtual meet which the Prime Minister held with various Chief Ministers of states to gauge COVID preparedness of each state and give his advisory as well. And it was that when the Chief Minister of Punjab after all that went down with the Prime Minister's security was breached and he, in fact, in this virtual meet, read a couplet for Prime Minister Modi, and I'd just like to quote. He says, "Tum salamat raho kayamat tak aur khuda kare ki kayamat na ho." Well, that is the Chief Minister of Punjab, Charanjit Chandi, getting rather poetic, using a couplet. He'd said this earlier as well, but this time round saying it directly to the Prime Minister. But let's take you now on the reason why the Chief Minister of Punjab found the opportunity to read out that couplet to the Prime Minister of India. Well, this was the Prime Minister holding a virtual meet with various Chief Ministers of states to gauge COVID preparedness. Our cases are at an all-time high as we speak, and the Prime Minister held a virtual meet with various state Chief Ministers to try and gauge COVID preparedness and also give his advisory to various states. While addressing the CMs after the meet, Prime Minister Modi spelled his mantra to fight the Omicron variant. Modi asked states to focus on local containment zones in containing the Omicron spread. However, the Prime Minister said livelihoods should not be affected. And if there was a takeaway from this meeting, and as well as what has been the policy of most states as well, which is that you look at containment zones, but you don't look at a lockdown. Let's listen in to the Prime Minister.
लोकल कंटेनमेंट पर ज्यादा फोकस करना बेहतर होगा। जहां से ज्यादा केस आ रहे हैं, जहां ज्यादा से ज्यादा और तेजी से टेस्टिंग हो, ये सुनिश्चित करना भी आवश्यक है। इसके अलावा हमें ये भी सुनिश्चित करना होगा कि होम आइसोलेशन में ही ज्यादा से ज्यादा ट्रीटमेंट हो सके। इसके लिए होम आइसोलेशन से जुड़ी गाइडलाइंस को, प्रोटोकॉल को, उसे फॉलो करना और स्थितियों के अनुसार इंप्रूवाइज करना भी बहुत जरूरी है। होम आइसोलेशन के दौरान ट्रैकिंग और ट्रीटमेंट की व्यवस्था जितनी बेहतर होगी, उतना ही अस्पतालों में जाने की आवश्यकता कम होगी।
Welcome back, viewers. You're watching a fact-check segment where we bust certain claims masquerading to be facts on social media platforms and WhatsApp groups. Now, there's a claim floating about that the cabinet ministers actually discussed removal of Sikhs from the Indian Army. This video was doctored. Factually incorrect fake news. With that quick fact check, time for us to slip into a quick break, but you do stay with me on the other side. It's To The Point with me.